Our mini feature dealing with infidelity in marriage and relationship. Okay. It's no longer news that infidelity has caused a lot of divorce. Even as we speak on this show, some people are still in court. Some people have done a cutting. Some people have done a catching this morning. Some people have done a sneaking. Some people have said, you cheated on me last night with so and so. Well, it has brought a lot of marriages down. And it's high time we have a conversation about infidelity. What is infidelity? Why do people go into infidelity? What is the reason behind it? Could it be a mental problem? Could it be a spiritual problem? Like some people will say, go for deliverance, Or is it just a regular saying that they say, men are polygamous in nature? Or is it the saying that women now are topping the charts? Well, we're going to be having all that conversation this morning with our guest. When we went on that mini feature, I said our head boy, you don't understand. He is our personal person. We are talking about Pastor Akin Ayewale. He is the senior pastor of the Splendor Church. Yeah, good morning to you. He's a marriage counselor, a relationship coach, and somebody that loves the youth. Look at him, all radiant and smiling. Good morning to you, my pastor.
Good morning, God. I'm so glad to see you. I want to see you, Lori, please. That your dress is beautiful. I'm telling you, very beautiful, and you are just glowing in it. Congratulations on your award. I read about it. Deserve it. You guys are doing well. And I'm glad to be with you today, honestly. I want to be in the studio, to feel all the vibes. But let's just run this one like this. Good morning.
You will feel more vibe. Yeah, you feel us. We will feel us physically by the time we send our item 7 to you.
Feel us physically.
We'll send you a breakfast this morning.
He's one person that will always make sure he's always in the
surely.
So when he does Zoom, know that it's beyond his.
Yes, yeah, I'm sure he must have tried to see how it will.
He tried, and I really got him at a very late hour, so he knows.
It's so good to see you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, dealing with infidelity in marriage and relationship. You are a pastor, a marriage coach, a marriage counselor. You've dealt with younger people that even in relationship, I'm sure majority of the causes is always, this person cheated on me, or I caught, or I perceive that this person is having an affair. Now, what are the common causes of infidelity in marriages or relationship generally? I don't want to talk about what is infidelity. We all know what infidelity is, but what are the common causes in the course of counseling that you have encountered that you know that yes, this is what I've gathered to know that these are the causes? So what are those common causes of infidelity in relationship generally and in marriage?
All right, thank you, Joy. I like the direct question. Everybody knows what infidelity is, all right? Even though we have different types. But let's go straight to what are the common causes of infidelity. Number one, I said, is a choice. All right. When somebody makes up his mind, you made mention of something right now. You said everybody believes that average man is a polygamist. They can't do without it. Well, I differ. I want to take an exception to that because I believe it's a choice. Infidelity is a choice, and it doesn't start with the act. You will have noticed it, from the foundation. I'll give you an example. There was a couple that came to me many years ago, maybe about 9 years ago or so, when they wanted to get married. They came for counseling in my office, and I tried to counsel them to the best of my knowledge. For all the questions thrown to this young man, the lady was there to defend him. I don't know why, but that was her choice. And the man appeared very perfect, very perfect. Who would not marry somebody like that? Very perfect. And to crown it all, a week to their wedding, okay, this guy bought a car. I remember then, laptop, and at the present to this beautiful girl. But something was telling me that no, you are not doing right. I call her and said, you know what? well, I'm not sure everything you have said about this guy is correct. He said, no, it's okay. He's like that. But to cut a long story short, few weeks into the wedding, into their marriage, we started hearing a lot of cheating here and there, a lot of questions. So she came back to me and said, this one. I said, but I asked you and you said, this is okay. This was the answer that you gave to me. I brought out their counseling sheet. This was the answer. This was the answer. He said, well, we used to discuss before we came for counseling. He said I should defend him. He said I should not say this. So I believe number one thing that causes infidelity in marriage is is a choice. The guy or the woman will know that this person has a tendency to cheat. You will know. Even right can two work together except they be agreed. So even right from your court, you will know somebody that will cheat. You will know. It's not something that will happen in marriage. The idea is people think that marriage will change it or will change the person. Whereas marriage changes nobody. So number one is choice. Number two is deception. Deception is crazy. Deception. People deceive a lot. Oh my God. I don't want to pick up a gender, but you see, both gender deceive because both gender fall into the sin of infidelity. Both gender, both male and female cheat, especially in this our world. All right. So deception is number two. People deceive. You see a guy deceiving a girl. You see a woman deceiving a husband. Right. So deception is always also very common. Okay. You want to hide under one finger. You don't want your husband to know that you are having a crush on somebody. You don't want your wife to know that, oh, it's help that you say you want to help that woman, but it's beyond help. All right. So deception is number two. Number three is what I call betrayal. Yeah, betrayal. And this betrayal, I would like to put it in two perspectives. Betrayal in the sense that some betray their spouse to retaliate, okay, of an act. Maybe the spouse did something, okay, and you are not happy about it. Some cheat on their spouse to retaliate, to betray you, and say, okay, you did this, I will do this that will pain you. All right. Then lastly today is emotional pain, which is the common excuse or common reasons why many people cheat is because they are going through emotional pain. Oh, my wife cannot satisfy me. My husband cannot satisfy me. Okay, that emotional pain that they can't bear, all right, makes them to commit infidelity or cheat on their spouse. These are just few reasons why I believe people go into the sin or commit infidelity. Joy, I hope I've answered you.
I've answered the questions. Thank you.
Okay, it's time for my own question, and I'm sure you do justice to this question as well. I want you to help us. What is the difference between physical and emotional infidelity? What is the difference? Do they have any connection, and how do one work on this so that one will not find themselves involved? Many people are involved, but they are not so sure how it works. So can you help us with the difference between physical and emotional infidelity?
Thank you. Thank you, beautiful Lori. Now, one leads to another. Emotional infidelity, any infidelity at all, we start with this emotional part of it. Emotional in the sense that all of us are emotional in nature. Okay, you feel something, you're feeling it, all right? And if you cannot handle your feelings, listen to me, it will be physical one day, just a matter of time, right? So, cheating or infidelity starts with you, your feeling, how you feel about your spouse, how you feel about your girlfriend, how you feel about your marriage. You know, that's the beginning. You started feeling that, oh, this man does not have my time again. Oh, this lady does not have my time again. It starts with emotion, all right? And most of the time, especially women, because the way women are wired, you see, they are quickly attracted to whatever pay attention to their emotions. For example, if the man is not always available, there is somebody that is available that she can relate to, that she can gist with, that she can talk to. Before you know it, she will start to develop emotion, okay, concerning that fellow. And this emotional infidelity is forming a close emotional bond with somebody that is not your spouse. You are already missing him if he's not there. All right. You're already close and you always want to be around this person. That's emotional infidelity. You can deny the call of your husband or your wife to pick the call of this person. That is, you're already paying attention. Your emotion is, getting involved with this particular person. You're already committing infidelity emotion, right? The only difference is that physical one is the one in the very act. You know that story in the Bible that they caught her in the very act of it. That's just the difference. But you see, the physical one will not happen without the emotional one. That's what people don't know. If you start with emotional, when a man is seeing a side chick that always pay attention, treat him well, whatever the wife will not do or will complain to do, there is somebody that is a side chick that will not complain because she knows that you will just be around for a few minutes, few hours. You can't be there for every time. It's just for a few hours. So she will maximize that period, building on your emotion. So you find out that a man will be in the office and instead of thinking about the wife, he's already thinking about this lady, okay, because she has given him emotional attention. All right. So the difference between the two is what I've just said. Emotional infidelity is when you are paying more attention, when you are forming a close emotional, bond with someone that is not your spouse. But the physical one is when you commit adultery or you commit fornication with somebody. The act of it, engaging in practical, that is the difference. Now, to avoid.
Thank you. We understand that. Thank you, Joy.
Thank you very much. You know how it is on the show. Let's go on a word of mouth. And when we return, yes, our special package is waiting. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hold on for us, our head boy. We'll see you soon. We still have our very own guest via Zoom joining us in this conversation. Pastor, don't worry. Wherever you are, will deliver to you. I know you're already looking at the package in front. You see, this is what we call family. Yes, family. Don't worry, to get to you. You are our number one chopper. Right back.
Don't worry, your breakfast is coming.
Breakfast is set to. Don't worry.
We are sending it to you. If person wey dey Ibadan fit get breakfast, get item 7. Person wey dey Ibadan, I get from Ibadan. Got his breakfast steaming hot, well packaged, delivered. In short, don't worry, your own is on the way. Yes.
Right. So, what does forgiveness really mean in the context of infidelity? Forgive and forget. Is it necessary, or should one say you've done it once, just like the story we were saying, you always do it, this time around I can't forgive? What does forgiveness really mean? And I mean deep, genuine forgiveness in the context of infidelity act, being caught in the act. Because some people just emotional, this thing, they are awful, they can't take it. They can't even read a text message that is leading to that side. But for some, once you're caught in the act, that is up they don't want to think. They say, I'm forgiving you, but I don't do again. What does forgiveness really mean when we are talking about infidelity in relationship or marriage?
Well, thank you, beautiful Joy. This topic is very, very sensitive and very important. It's one of the things that I believe this day we need to spend time in church, in mosque, on air, everywhere, because it's eating deep and deep into our marriages, right? And when you are talking about forgiveness as regards infidelity, listen, It's a big thing. It's a very, very big thing. It's not easy. I'm telling you because it has to do with trust. And marriage is based on trust. The foundation of marriage is trust, right? So when trust is broken, it takes time. And that is where I want to pick it from. Yes, forgiveness is good, forgiveness is wonderful, but forgiveness is a process. Now, for genuine forgiveness to come, forgive and forget, as you have put it, there must be the other part of taking responsibility, right? Which is I see as very scarce. When the incident happened, or as you have said it, maybe the person has started seeing emotional infidelity and is telling you, why is it that you always speak with joy? Why is it that you always text this lady? Why is this thing? Why is that? And you will not listen. Now, when you now commit it, it will be as if it's a choice. Like I said, you intentionally you did it. So forgiveness starts with the culprit or the offender to take responsibility. Take responsibility by, let me give you an instance. I was very close to one woman many years ago. Okay, this is about maybe 10 years ago or so. And my wife was not comfortable with it, with the relationship. She was very close to me. Why? Because number one, she was a single mother, blah, blah, blah. She was going through a lot, right? So, and as a pastor, I'll be there giving this, doing that. And you may not know that you have passed the boundary, you have passed the thin line. But I remember my wife, God bless her, darling her, always tell me, you know what, this is becoming too much. Why? Why should she be calling you at this time of the night? No, I don't believe this. You may be innocent, but this thing is passing its boundary. You know what? Thank God I listened to her and I will do. All right? Now, when the intention was made known and I told her, she said, yes, I already know. I'm a woman. Right? So, forgiveness is not complete until the offender come out and accept responsibility. I did this. All right? I committed this. Don't hide yourself. One of the tools of infidelity that made it very, very strong for people that are committing it is because they give excuses. They find a way of excusing their act or their action. You must take responsibility. I've done wrong. Okay, I've cheated you. Even though I've not committed the act. When you come out like that and you accept responsibility, then forgiveness is easy. Now, secondly, on the part of the other party that was offended, you must always remember this. This is my take, my personal take, that I don't have any offense and I don't think anybody can offend me to the point that I will not forgive, even in infidelity. Now, I believe I want God to forgive me of all my sins. I know I'm not perfect, right? So I always look forward to it. That when I'm praying, Father, forgive my sins. But if you read that scripture, it said, as you are forgiving those who forgive you. So I want God to forgive me, but the condition is, you see, I must forgive those who offend me, right? So it may not be as easy to you as I put it, but it is a condition of moving forward in life. You have to find a space, even though no matter how tiny it is, to let it go, because there are things that you will never experience in terms of blessing, in terms of moving forward in life, right? If you don't forgive. So forgiveness is a must for every human being that wants to move forward in life. Why? Because you yourself, you want God to forgive you. So I will advise those that have been offended in infidelity, just find a space in your heart and just move on. Just turn it to God and say, well, it is well, and you move on with your life. Forgiveness is very, very important. Very important. Especially when you joy. I hope I've answered your question this morning.
This one, I want to find out, how has social media contributed to infidelity in relationship and also in marriages, in marriages, how has, you know, how good, how bad, how worse, how damaging, how destructive has it contributed to marriage and relationship when we talk about infidelity? How?
There have been infidelity from way back, right? But you see, social media has amplified it, has helped it in the sense that you see, social media is personal. All of us have phone right now, okay? You can be talking to somebody next door and with your spouse you don't know. You can be messaging somebody and your spouse. In fact, social media has contributed a lot because it gives room for secrecy. Now you have couples right now that lock their phone. They can even lock their chats. You understand? If I'm having a chat with you right now, I can lock that personal personal chat that will not be exposed to my spouse, even though she can open my phone. But that personal chat, you know, she may not be able to get into it because I can lock it. You understand? That has given room for a lot of infidelity, emotionally, even physically, right? Social media has contributed a big deal to it. And if we are not going to, you know, put a limit to it, only God knows. I'm telling you, only God knows. People send a lot of nude pictures of themselves to each other through the social media, right? Which were not possible before, but now it's possible. People send pictures of their nudity, everything. Social media has contributed in a great deal. In fact, when people come for counseling, one of the things I try to talk about is the phone usage. It can be a blessing and it can be a curse. It can destroy home and it can enhance it, depending on the usage. Depending on the usage. Anything that you can do conveniently, secretly, will contribute to infidelity. And hear me very well. Anything you do without the knowledge of your spouse, secretly, and you can hide it, it's a major contributor to infidelity. You may not do the act, but listen to me, hiding those information from him or her is infidelity already. It's infidelity. So I would say 100% social media has contributed to infidelity more than 200%. Thank you, Olori.
Thank you very much for doing justice to this topic and coming from the fact that you have a lot of experiences and you've had counseling sessions with people, and this is one topic that always pop up because years into marriage this issue would always come out.
It never stopped coming
It
up.
never stopped coming. Thank you so much.
And I believe that it has been from time immemorial.
From time immemorial.
And I don't know how and when it's going to stop.
Maybe that was why our forefathers were getting married to 4 or 5 wives. They'll just bring you in.
Yeah.
Their own was not that.
The moment, and it's easy, you know, our culture will also say, you know,
it's better to receive the person
than so you just need to accept and all that. But I think there will be another day we'll discuss about that because this is family and values.
Yeah.
How easy will it be for your family to come and present to you another wife or another mother to a child from your husband? How easy? How easy would it be? Thank you so much, Pastor Akin Ayowale. It's so good to have you this morning. Don't worry, we'll send your breakfast to you immediately after the show so that you can enjoy your item 7 this morning. I hope you are in the office.
He's not in the office.
If you are not in the office, I will send it to the office. Send us the address so that we can send the dispatch to take it to the office for you. Promise. This is from item 7. I will say a big shout out and thank you to them. So maybe he's dancing. I don't know. Say something. I think he wanted to say something.
Maybe don't worry. You know, when you're in the studio, I told you, I said whether you're in the studio or you're doing Zoom, as long as item 7, you get your package.
Madam will eat it for you. You will find it in her body.
Please, Pastor will eat it himself. What is this?
he's not in Lagos, if he's not around. Anyway, it's been another wonderful time spending time. Infidelity is things of the flesh, and we all have blood running through our veins, and that's why when some people tell you are not dressing right, you know, emotions, the blood. I remember it runs. Whether you're a man, you're a woman. Not the only man they feel blood, woman too they feel blood. You're handsome looking and
very good looking.
You know, you have a husband who does not even care this and that. And so you feel like I'm spending too much with this person. You start developing feelings for that colleague of yours in the office, or that opposite sex that you see from time to time. So it goes on, and before you know it, you start falling into sin. And so God will help us. They have the consequences of infidelity. Plenty.
I remember a popular artist coming out to say, okay, I'm no longer cheating on my wife again. It's difficult, but I have taken that decision,
you know, it's a
not
big
to
step.
cheat on my wife
It's a big step.
again. Yeah, it's a big step.
It
and
is.
Sometimes I don't blame some people, because the industry you find yourself also determines. No matter how you try to overlook,
whether you are a doctor, you're in the medical line, you're a doctor, you're a nurse, you're a banker, you're this, you're that, you're even educationist. You know, it will come in that, but you just need to, you know, self-control, discipline yourself.
Like I guess it is a choice. You decide. We've had a guest here that have said, for 30-something years since he got married, he has never cheated on his wife, and he said it publicly. So, you know, we've had guests that will come out and say, for 30-something years, we've been with one person. So this
it's a lot of commitment and discipline.
Is it every day beating a goosey? You can garnish a goosey with different methods.
Those are excuses.
Yeah, those are just excuses, you know.
But we can always, you know, guide ourselves. We're talking about everyone, me and Joy inclusive. So I pray we will help ourselves, and we need to discipline ourselves. And to everyone out there, like I said, courage is a good way to start. Be courageous, go out there. You are built and you are created for wonders. Just go out and act on it, and be resilient, be diligent. You will arrive somewhere safe.